Welcome to Foresite Friday. I'm Tom Allen, Principal Consultant at Foresite, and Foresite Friday is where our security experts take your questions that you send in to wfh@foresite.com, and we answer them. Today's question is an interesting one. It's how do I keep my smartphone secure? So we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can keep your smartphone secure. The first way is keep your phone locked. Now, some businesses require this. So for you to have your work email on it, you may get a notification that you have to set up a passcode. Sometimes they have pass gestures that are different from code. You just swipe your finger around in certain directions and things. But if your work isn't forcing you to do that, then you should do that yourself. Basically, what you don't want is if the phone gets lost or something, you don't want someone to just be able to swipe up and then immediately have it. Notice on mine, when you swipe up, it gives you a keypad, and you won't see what happens until you type in the passcode. Just make sure that the phone is locked when it's idle. Pretty common now that they're all locked, but back in the old days, I used to have a habit when I was doing security assessments. If I see a phone sitting on a desk, just hit the button and see if I could get access to the phone or not. And many times I could. Just be aware of it. If you lose or have your phone stolen, people will have access. And if you have your company data or personal data or information you wouldn't want to lose on there, they now have access to all of that if you don't have a passcode or some other way of securing the phone. Second way, keep your device up to date. If you've been following Foresite Fridays, you know that patching and updating and all these things are super critical. No different with the phone. When there's an update, you should put it on your phone. Yes, sometimes it's a feature update and it's just new features and you don't really care about those features or whatever. Most of the time they include numerous security updates. So you definitely want to make sure that you keep your phone up to date. Third way, only connect to secure Wi-Fi. So if you're at Starbucks and it has free Wi-Fi, don't connect to that. Couple reasons, but your phone then becomes a target for people who like to sit on open Wi-Fis and see if they can hack things. On top of that, if it's not secured, a lot of time that traffic is being sent in the clear. So if someone gets in the middle of it, they could watch everything you're doing and steal everything you're doing. The fourth way, do not download applications from unknown or untrusted sites. Every app that you need, if you're an Apple user, should be in the App Store. If you're an Android user, the Play Store. At least they have some standards where they're checking these apps. If you get an app from somewhere else, anything could happen. It could have any kind of malware or garbage in it. No one's vetting it. Only use apps that have been in the App Store or in Google Play. Sometimes a vendor might have their app available from their website because they don't want to pay to have it on the stores. I wouldn't trust those. No one's verified that code. You can, again, if you trust the business, you trust the business, but I wouldn't do it. And then finally, do not jailbreak or root your device. Some people, they think it's cool. They come up with these ways of rooting the device so that then they could access the lower level of the operating system and make it do all these crazy cool things. But at that point, can no longer update the security. Any warranty or any sort of inclination you had that the device was secure, just throw it out the window. Do not jailbreak or root your device unless it's the only way. Once I had a device that got bricked because the code was forgotten to start it up. And so I jailbroke it just so we could get in there and get stuff off it. But then I immediately replaced the device. Again, once you jailbreak it or root it, it's a brick. Just consider it not a secure device. So that was it. 5 ways that you can keep your smartphone secure. Use a passcode or a passphrase. Keep your phone locked when idle. Keep your device up to date. Don't connect to unsecure Wi-Fi. Only connect to secured Wi-Fi. Make sure that the apps you download are validated and come from the app stores. And finally, don't jailbreak or root your device. If you want your question to be used, possibly, on a Foresite Friday, just email WFH, that's work from home, @foresite.com, FORESITE, and we'll answer your questions via email. Your question might actually be featured on a Foresite Friday. Thanks. Have a great weekend, everybody.